Yeah, demographics.
You guys, how old are you?
I'm really old. I'm 107.
Okay.
No, I'm 72.
72.
I've had a full life.
So he squared more to the camera.
Are you retired yet?
No,
What are you doing for a living currently?
I own a business.
What kind of business?
I have a training company. We go all over the world and teach people how to lead, how to communicate, how to think. It's a second career. I spent 23 years in the Army and loved it.
That's all I really need to know. Mark?
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, so I've got one. It would have been sort of a follow-up to this idea of the partisanship, not just partisanship, I guess the civility. Little incident that occurred at the convention between you and your opponent. Wondering, is that all patched up? Are you guys doing okay? I mean, there was a little bit of an argument over a sign placing, I think. I believe the police were called, if I have that correct. Just wondering, you know, now that you've had a little bit of time to think about that, how do you feel you handled it, he handled it? What, you know, how do you think you would do going forward? Does that make sense?
It's a time bomb.
Okay.
It hasn't been settled, and I regret that. He accused me of assaulting him. He accused me of lying to the police. He accused the police of being racist. He accused the Layton city prosecutor of being racist. I went to the Democratic committee at the state level and said, we need help. We need to resolve this. We need to get all the mud put away. And he accused the state Democratic Party of abusing white privilege. We don't have time for that. I want to address the issues. I don't want to talk about mud. Unfortunately, your question prompted that answer, but I want to move away from that.
Okay. I mean, I completely understand that. I just know that, I mean, I wonder if these are the sorts of things when we talk about,
Oh, yeah.
it's an us and them sort of a thing. And
Yeah.
everybody, we sort of divide. And we sort of saw this, a lot of folks saw the video of the two of you, and it just, I realized, and I know the Democratic Party, local party doesn't want to, they wouldn't even respond to it. I completely understand that. I just wondered, with given a little bit of time, what you think about it.
The police, the city prosecutor said there was nothing there. I stand with that.
Okay.
And I want to move on. There is a tension. I don't know if, I mean, right there on the podium, there was a tension.
So can I then follow that up? Is that okay? Am I all right for a minute? So
Let's talk about bunnies and rabbits.
that's what this, my next question
Okay,
is
good.
actually which you prefer, bunnies or rabbits. Actually, what I would like to ask is say that you win, or he wins in the primary. Let's say he wins. Do you throw your full support behind him? Do you feel like I would like to see him in this office before Rob Bishop finishing that final term? Fun question, huh? It's kind of like bunnies. Picture Rob
It
Bishop
has
and a
nothing
bunny.
to do with bunnies.
I'm a liar.
I am a lifelong Democrat. I believe in the principles of the Democratic Party. I'm a Democrat because my grandfather came to America when he was 1 year old. He dropped out of school at the 5th grade, and he went to work in the quarries in northern Ohio. 30 years later, he was dead of lung disease because the owners refused to buy protective masks or breathing apparatus. I identify with the workers. I am a lifelong Democrat, and I always will be. I will support Lee Castillo if he wins the primary. I will do everything possible so that I can win that primary.
Thank you. That was a very candid answer. I appreciate it.
There's a tension. Hi.
I just wanted to bring up a question that we didn't have an opportunity to address. And I live in northern Utah's Cache Valley, and you might know that we have some of the worst air quality in Cache Valley, even worse than Weaver County.
That's true.
But we also have a dependence on the economy and
Mhm.
businesses that will locate in the state of Utah. So in Washington, D.C., how would you balance that need for air quality, climate issues and the economy. So clean energy.
It's a difficult question because it's not a question that can be answered in a soundbite. I believe that we have the technology available to make for clean industries, clean factories, all of that. It will require investment. It will require a reallocation of funds, all of that. But we've got to do it. In Cache Valley, there's an absolutely brilliant fellow by the name of Dr. Robert Davies. He's on the staff at Utah State University. You know Dr. Davies.
I do. He was a climate center forecaster for us at UTI.
And have you heard the lecture?
I have.
Dr. Robert Davies gives us an end time of 2080. That by 2080, if warming continues on the level that it's going now, life becomes catastrophic. I went to the lecture, I thought, wow, that's really interesting. And then I remember that as I walked into the lecture, I met a young mother with an infant daughter. And I realized that that infant daughter would be 62 years old. We've got to do something, and we have the capability. The question is, do we have the will?
So you feel like the technology's there, that the innovation is there, and it's more of a public response?
I would add a third element. The technology is there, the innovation is there, and this may be the most important, the imagination is there. Is that we can do this. We're making incredible leaps and bounds in technology right now. I'm going to point to Mark. There are people in this crowd who grew up without cell phones, and yet they're standard now. My grandchildren can take the cell phone and do incredible things with that. Imagination, technology, innovation, it's there. Does it present a problem to the current economic structure? I don't think it presents a problem, but it presents a challenge. How are we going to do that? Perhaps our greatest fear is change. Whoa, that would mean change. Getting rid of horse-drawn carriages meant change. There are people here who have never used a typewriter. Getting rid of typewriters was a change, but it's been for the better.
And so would you support federal funding initiatives to states to help fund innovation for clean air and quality? And what about mandating of restrictions through EPA
Yes.
and helping fund states that have to meet those mandates?
The EPA now is in the hands of scoundrels. Yes, I would advocate that. Are you comfortable with it? Does that answer your question?
Mhm.
Okay.
One more quick question. I was thinking about as you were talking. Hold on. Are you opposed to or favor the medical cannabis initiative?
Favor. No question. Operative word, medical. Medical.
You're not in favor of recreational?
No. I'm not convinced of that. I've had several folks who talked to me about that. In the command that I had in Germany, our total focus was on drugs. And I saw the damage. In Germany, it was not marijuana, well, it was hashish, which is a version of cannabis. And I saw young soldiers destroyed by drug habits. And I am not comfortable with that, with legalization.
May I ask a follow-up on that?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the federal government's role in the legalization of marijuana as far as states wanting to have more control and say it's still illegal on the federal level?
Part of the ballot initiative right now, part of the argument about the ballot initiative right now is that we can't legalize it in Utah because it's against the law at the federal level. I'm suggesting that we take the initiative at the federal level and legalize it.
That's all we have time for. Thank you very much.
Thank you.